Ladies and gentlemen, gather around as we dive into a tale of arrogance, heartbreak, and triumph, a story as old as time yet as personal as the beating of your own heart. Let's talk about the audacity of those who play with fire, only to act surprised when they get burned. They took you for granted, didn't they? They treated your kindness like an infinite resource, your patience like an unbreakable shield. Those subtle jabs, those quiet disrespects they thought you wouldn't notice. But oh, you noticed. You noticed everything. But they were clever, weren't they? They didn't hit you with outright disrespect. No, they preferred the small, almost imperceptible cuts. The sideways glances, the words laced with double meanings. The kind of wounds that don't leave visible scars but tear you apart just the same. They counted on your loyalty, your forgiveness, your love to keep you tethered, and for a while it worked. In their twisted minds, they believed you had no choice. They assumed you'd tolerate the crumbs they threw your way because you were too invested, too attached. They thought they had you wrapped around their little finger. Oh, the arrogance, the sheer audacity. But here's the thing about people who give too much: they also know when to stop. It's not a sudden revelation, it's a slow realization. You stayed because you cared, because you hoped they'd see your worth. But every time they dismissed your value, every time they crossed another line, a little part of you started packing its bags. And then one day you were gone. You didn't shout. You didn't fight. You didn't give them the satisfaction of a dramatic exit. You just left. Like a ghost in the night, you vanished, taking with you everything they never appreciated. And now they sit there, bewildered, trying to understand how they let you slip away. The confusion on their faces, priceless. They thought they'd broken you. They thought they'd drained you of the will to walk away. But they forgot one crucial detail: you're stronger than they ever gave you credit for. You endured not because you were weak, but because you were hopeful. Hopeful that they'd change. But people like that, they don't change, they double down. They convince themselves they're untouchable, that their actions have no consequences. They live in a fantasy where they can treat people like pawns and still come out victorious. But reality has a funny way of catching up, and now they're haunted by the silence you left behind. They replay every interaction, every moment they dismissed you, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. But the answer is simple: it went wrong the moment they underestimated you. They didn't see the quiet strength beneath your surface, the resilience that kept you standing through their storms. They thought you needed them more than they needed you. But now they're learning the hard way what it feels like to lose someone irreplaceable. Oh, how the tables have turned. Their arrogance, their carelessness, it's all coming back to bite them. And the best part? You didn't have to lift a finger. Their downfall is their own doing, the inevitable result of their actions. And you're free. Free from the toxicity, the manipulation, the endless cycle of giving and never receiving. You've reclaimed your power, your peace, your worth. And they're left with nothing but regret. Regret for the things they said, the things they did, and the things they failed to do. But regret won't save them. No amount of what ifs or I'm sorries can undo the damage they caused. They had their chance and they squandered it. And now they have to live with the knowledge that they'll never find someone like you again. That's the thing about taking people for granted: you always realize your mistake too late. They always assume there's more time, that you'll always be there, waiting, forgiving, hoping. But time doesn't wait for anyone, and neither do you. As they sit there, drowning in their regrets, You're out there thriving. Not just surviving, but truly thriving. You've turned their betrayal into strength, their disrespect into motivation. You've risen above their pettiness. And in doing so, you've become untouchable. But don't think for a second that they don't feel your absence. Oh, they feel it. Every moment, every day. It gnaws at them like a relentless ache. They try to fill the void with distractions, with other people, but nothing works. Because the void isn't just about you leaving. It's about what they lost when they drove you away. And the beauty of it all? You don't need their validation, their apologies, their attempts to make amends. You've moved on, and that is your greatest triumph. You've shown them that their actions didn't break you, they built you. Built you into someone they can't touch, can't hurt, can't control. So let them sit in their regret, their confusion, their misery. Let them replay every moment, every word, every decision that led to this point. Because you're done looking back. You're focused on the future, a future they'll never be a part of. And that, my friends, is the ultimate revenge. Not anger, not retaliation, but peace. Peace in knowing that you've won, that you've risen above, that you've left them behind. Let their regret be the monument to your strength, a testament to the power they could never take away. But the story doesn't end there, does it? You see, they're not just wrestling with regret, they're locked in a losing battle with their own pride. That ego of theirs, the same one that made them think they could treat you however they wanted, is now chaining them to their misery. It won't let them admit, even to themselves, how badly they messed up. Instead, they sit there, justifying their actions, rewriting the past in their heads, trying to make you the villain in a story where they burned the bridge. But no matter how much they lie to themselves, the truth screams louder. It haunts them in the quiet moments, whispers in their ears when no one's around. They thought they could silence it, drown it out with distractions. But truth has a way of cutting through all the noise. It reminds them of every sneer, every slight, every time they looked at you and saw a punching bag instead of a person. And now the real punishment begins. Because it's not just your absence they feel, it's the weight of their actions. The guilt they try to bury is clawing its way to the surface. And it's relentless. They wake up with it. They carry it through their day. They lay their heads down at night only to find it waiting for them, mocking them, reminding them of everything they lost. But do you know the cruelest part? They want to blame you for it. Oh, how desperately they want to make you the problem. To paint you as the unreasonable one, the overly sensitive one. But deep down they know. They know they had something extraordinary, something rare, something they didn't deserve. And they threw it all away. And now they're watching you from a distance, seeing you bloom, thrive, rise above. They see the light in you that they tried so hard to dim, and it burns them like the sun. Every step you take forward is a reminder of how far they've fallen behind. Every smile you wear is a slap in the face to their arrogance, and every bit of peace you found is a testament to the strength they tried to take from you. They thought they could keep you in their orbit forever, didn't they? They thought you'd always be there, waiting for them to grow up, to change, to finally treat you the way you deserved. But life doesn't work that way. People like that don't grow. They stay stuck, spinning their wheels, repeating the same toxic patterns over and over again. And you're miles away from that cycle, on a path they'll never reach. And it's not just regret that's eating them alive, it's envy. They envy your freedom, your happiness, your resilience. They envy the fact that you've built a life without them, one that's fuller, brighter, and more vibrant than anything they ever gave you. So let them live in their delusion, their denial, their regret. Let them try to fill the void with distractions, with shallow connections, with anything that might make them feel whole again. Because no matter what they do, they'll never replace you. They'll never find someone who gives the way you gave, loves the way you loved, or forgives the way you forgave. And you're free. Free from their games, their manipulation, their endless cycle of taking and never giving. Free to be the person they never appreciated. Free to live a life that doesn't revolve around their approval, their validation, or their ever-shifting expectations. And that, my friends, is the sweetest victory of all.